Hello everybody, it's Jackie here and welcome to another book club update. So I have not updated in a while. I've been getting pretty busy with my school and with work. So I definitely missed the last update, and this is the final book update for September. I just love when the ice cream truck passes by. No, but I'm being serious. I love getting some ice cream every once in a while. And I wish I could go outside right now, but I'm not feeling so good. I was sick the week I was supposed to do the update for They Both Die at the End. So yeah, it's just been busy. It's been a whole month this month. Anyways, so I've only just started on the summaries for They Both Die at the End and The Witches of Bone Hill. Those were the two books that we're reading for September. So here is They Both Die at the End, and then this is The Witches of Bone Hill. So both of these books were our September reads for the Lavender book club, and I'm just gonna really quickly show you what I have. I do not have much, and I apologize. I've been so busy, but I'll show you right now. Okay, so this is it. I was currently working on my homework. I'm doing my accounting class and going into business and all that, and it's been a whole deal. Anyways, I literally have nothing. But I'm going to give my rating and my honest opinion on these books. And then afterwards, I'm going to introduce the next book of our Lavender log. But yeah, this is what I've got right here. Okay, let's start with They Both Die at the End. Alright, so I'm just gonna do this. In this timeline, humanity is now able to know when they will die. Not exactly when or how, but the death cast call and its mysterious predictions are 100% accurate. In a surprising turn of life, or dare I say death, two teens get the death cast call. Mateo can't believe it's happening, and Rufus only hopes he is able to say his last goodbyes. So this book, I'm not sure how to say this, but it's one of the best reads I've ever had. I'm gonna be really honest. I've read another book from Adam Silvera, and it's really, really good. It is amazing good. And what was it called? It's called What If It's Us. It's honestly the most amazing book I've read from him. It was also the first book I read from him. But They Both Die at the End is such an eye-opening experience, and it's honestly a little bit terrifying. Imagine if this were real. There's so many benefits to it, like death cast and knowing when you're gonna die and knowing what time you're gonna die, or a certain amount of time you're gonna die. But that's also very terrifying. So for a lot of people it would be good, I guess. But for most, I feel, especially for me, I wouldn't want to know. Don't call me. I don't want to know. But in this book, this is reality. And two boys just happen to get that call, two teens, one's 17, one's 18, and they're just, what are we going to do? They don't know each other in the beginning of the book, but Deathcast is kind of like a death program they have, and they have apps and ways that those people that are gonna have their final day on the earth get to make friends, go on tours, attractions, have fun basically with their last day. And they happen to just start chatting through this app. I think it's called Last Friends. No, it's called Yeah, Last Friends Inc. And it's honestly so happy in the sense that, you know, they're able to have fun, they're able to be together and go out of their boundaries. But it's also so sad. Like the ending, I was crying. It was so, I did not want them to go, but that's the reality in this book. And I would rate it a 5 out of 5. I would rate it again. Yes, it destroyed me a little bit, but it was so good. It was such a great book. I will be reading the second book. It's called what is it called? Hold on. No, this one doesn't say it. I don't think it came out. Last of Us? No. Okay, I don't know the name of the second book. I was singing Barnes Nobles the other day and I cannot remember the book. But yes, I would rate that one 5 out of 5. Alright, now for the second book, The Witches of Bone Hill. This one was one I've read previously, and it is really, really fascinating read. It takes the context of thriller and horror and paranormal and twists it in a way that is so satisfying to read. The beginning is a little slow in my opinion. Like it's a little, but it builds up and it really leaves you wanting more. Like, I wish this had a second book. Actually, I don't know if it has a second book. Let me research it. So, a little bit about this book. I found this book through a recommendation, and somebody else told me it was like a really good. They're calling me to eat. Goddamn. Hold on. I'm busy. All right. So currently there's no book 2. There are other books by this author, by Ava Morgan. It's called No, that's that one. Huh. Yeah, but she has other books on here. But it's not a series, it's just a standalone book, which is fine. But I wish there was a second book. Anyways, I'm gonna go eat real quick because they're gonna be bothering me until I go. My sister's been cooking and honestly it smells amazing. But I'll come back and read the summary once I'm done eating. I'll be back. Okay, so I am back. That food was really good. My sister really outdid herself with like the cheese ravioli she made. Really good. It really hit the spot. I was like starving. Okay. Let me read y'all the summary of the book. So, Cordelia Bones is experiencing the most depressing spiral of her life. Her husband left with her secretary, which ended up being his lover. She is in more credit card debt than she can live to pay because her husband used her identity to like buy so many things, a trip, like random crap, and now loan sharks are out to get her because her stupid ex-husband or husband at the moment in the beginning of the book took out like a $50,000 loan, which he had no intention of paying, by the way. That is just horrible. But in an odd turn of events, she learns from her sister Eustace that they have an inheritance from their distant relatives who turn out to be not so distant after all. So in the book, Cordelia and Eustace live apart from their family because their mother had some kind of falling out of sorts, but not really a falling out. If you've read this book and you've been following along, you finished it, it wasn't really a falling out. It was more out of necessity. But let me keep going. So the sisters go to seek out answers about their family, only they find the grim reality of what awaits of the bone name. So it turns out their family has a very dark history. What could the mysterious specters roaming the halls want? What is causing the headaches to worsen? What is the Bone Estate trying to tell them? So this book goes from very normal suspense into paranormal very, very quickly. By chapter 5, you're like, what the hell is going on here? And I'm gonna summarize a bit of what happens later in the book. So their mother was killed in a very odd way. So their mother growing up was always moving from one city to another. Schools, they were always moving. She was always with very odd boyfriends. But eventually, after high school, once I think they were older, like adults, their mother died in a very odd way. For some reason, the tattoo that she had on her chest was ripped out, but they find the same tattoo like logo thing in the bone house. It's not really a house, it's a whole ass mansion. And they also find that the family had a very odd way of doing things. So it's very much gothic-esque. It's very interesting how the estate inheritance is worded because it's in the trust. And then they find that their health is getting better. They find that the whispers in the home actually turn out to be the ghosts of their family. And they find out the real reason why they were trying to communicate to them. And there's also this groundskeeper guy that turns out to be really cool, and Cordelia and him kind of rendezvous, and it gets really, really cute. But more than anything, they find out the real reason their mother died. It was not sudden death. It was not a brain epilepsy thing that the doctor supposedly told them. They were murdered. So there's somebody out to kill them. And surprisingly enough, they are much closer to Cordelia and Eustace than they think. So it's a very, very suspenseful book, and it just keeps you going. It keeps you going. It goes from like one problem to the next. Like as one problem gets resolved, another is just thrown in there. Like it's crazy. Anna Morgan really did an amazing job with this book. So I'm gonna rate this book a 4.8 out of 5. I don't know what I rated this other one. I just did it too. This one I rated 5 out of 5. This one 4.8 out of 5. Also really good. But this one kind of destroyed me a little bit, and it made me really, really think. This one, such an enjoyable read. I would read both of their second books. I don't know if this one has a second book. I hope it does. Maybe it does, maybe it doesn't. Okay, so now I'm going to do a little bit of a book haul because I have not recorded in a while. So, let's see. These are 2 books that I saw on YouTube that were really, really recommended by who was it? Larry. Larry recommended these books, and I've never read a dark romance book, but she swore by these. She said that they were really, really good and that anybody should read them, that they were phenomenal. And she really recommended them. She said a lot of good things. She's like one of the book tubers that I see the most because I love the way she does her videos. And so she recommended these 2 books. Pen Pal and Her Soul to Take. So this book, she said, was supernatural, was a demon romance, dark romance. And I got really interested. I was like, demon? Demon who? Romance? Hello? That's like my favorite book genre is romance. And then Pen Pal. Pen Pal is, I believe she said it was about this man that is in prison that pen pals, like, sends a letter to this woman that is recently widowed, I believe. And it's very interesting. I love I've never had a book with just a man's chest in the front, so it's just hilarious to me. But apparently it's really good. Larry, I trust you. I believe in you. You said this was good. I read the first few pages in Barnes & Noble. That's where I got it. That's where I saw it. And apparently it was really good. And I read it. Oh, I even have the receipt here. I stopped at chapter 3. So far, I like it. I'm going to book tape these two because I've not book taped them. This one, though, is the one we're going to read in October. I was like, you know what? I want to read something horror-ish, spooky, a little, and I've never read a dark romance book, so I'm like, okay, let's do this one. This one. So that's the one we're reading from October 1st to October 15. So yeah, that's what we got going on. I'll try and keep up with the book logs. It's getting a little, chaotic, especially since this semester of college just taking its toll. I've got like 3 classes. I'm taking a class right now, but I'm starting 3 classes in October. So that's going to be interesting. I don't know how that's going to go. But books are my salvation. I swear. If books did not exist, if authors did not write these masterpieces, I would go insane. I'd be in an asylum. I'd probably also live as a ghost there. Because, I don't know, I'm just into ghosts and paranormal stuff, but I also love romance. So, we'll see how Her Soul to Take goes. How many pages is this? 470, no. Okay, 485. Okay. This should not take me too long to read. I have 2 weeks. I should probably finish it in a week, not gonna lie. But yeah, that's what it's gonna be. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.